Welcome back, y'all. This is Dusty Lion, and this is a hopeful. I just messed up my own channel name.
He did.
Man, hopeful in victory. If you haven't seen the stats that I shared from last week, the past month I got my stats, and you guys watched 701 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, in a month, right? I'm like,
Thank you for that.
Right. I'm like, yo, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Big cousin, by the way,
Yes.
might I add. But I'm very
She
excited.
did, but back in the day I used to bully her, but
And then
she got to whoop my ass now.
Y'all
She
kicked
can
his
still whoop my
ass. Yes, that's what happened. But
I think sometimes we just forget that we're still human beings. Yeah, I think it's important that everyone should know their status. Knowing your status is the first step to really kind of having that conversation. I think it's important we learn how to tackle stigma and get rid of it. I think it's such an extremely amazing thing that I get to do this every day and meet such great people and learn their story and share some of their story with the people that watch us every day. To remember to stay hopeful in victory.
Well, let me go ahead and give you a dab of that coffee. Boom. Oh, wait, right here. Ding. Yes, it's real good. It's real good. See, Kaila, I'm gonna let her get her introduction, but I want to let y'all know she had a special coffee. It's like a dark blend. It's a dark roast.
you so wrong for telling me that.
Yeah.
Hello. My name is Kaila.
Yes.
I'm Dion's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited and I'm very grateful to be on his blog, his show, and let's jump right in. You know how that
Did you
goes.
put like some glow on
Yes, I'll put a little
I saw
bronze
that.
right
I'm like,
here.
look, she's got a
You see it?
What is it, like a couture?
It's bronze.
It is bronze?
Yes, it's bronze.
What does that do? I would know this, but y'all didn't help donate. We were supposed to reach $1,000, and then I could have got glammed up. And I
Yeah,
would've
you
known
could have got
about
you
it.
some blonde, but you know what? You want some? I got some in the bathroom.
Let's go ahead and go right into the shits, y'all. Y'all know what y'all here for. We're here to talk about HIV. We're here to talk about sexual education, sexual prevention, all that great stuff. But the first thing I want to go ahead and discuss is, when you found out I was HIV positive, how did you take that news?
Well, I didn't find out from him. Came out to DeKalb, Illinois.
Did she
and
really?
She did.
All right, Cameron, I'm going to need you to get this focused. Bring it back. All right,
Yeah.
okay. Get the money.
But she came out to DeKalb,
Yeah.
and it was me and Laurel and Quill and Muncu and Jerry in there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a lot of us. And she put us all to the room, and she said, she started crying, and she told us.
Wow.
And I will not lie, it broke us down. That was extremely hard news to take, and not just that news itself, more so the news afterwards, the type of headspace you were in at the time when this happened.
Yeah.
That was really hard on us as well. It's been countless times I wanted to reach out to you, but I was told not to reach out to you.
Really?
Yeah, by Deetra, because she said when he's ready to come talk to you, he will.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah.
don't know if we're going to cut that or not. 'Cause honestly, like, I talked to Tip. We talked to Kendra. And I think you're going on Wednesday, so Quill will get you later this week. But
It affected me because I felt like how I felt was I was losing my cousin. I felt like I didn't know much about the HIV and AIDS. I didn't know about the progression. I didn't know about how the drugs will, prolong a person's life.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot of those
Like, also
answers.
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what scared me the most. Losing my cousin is what scared me the most, and I think that scared everyone, and not seeing you as much because you went off of social media.
Yeah.
And so it's like I
There's a
wasn't
story
able to.
behind that too.
Yeah, I know it is, but I wasn't able to make it I wasn't even able to creep in on your life a little bit. Like, okay, what is he up to? Is he okay? So, yeah.
Yeah. That's funny though. I was saying this earlier to Kendra, but the reason why I cut off my Facebook, my Snapchat, my Instagram, I think my Twitter too.
You
I
cut
was
everything.
everywhere. Yeah, man, I really did cut it.
He did.
I cut it. It was like this. The guy who I contracted HIV from, he actually graduated that week. I found out. And on top of that, he actually went to his friends, and he actually told them. And then after telling them, he went to social media, and then it became big on campus. And so I just had to remove myself from it because
a lot of negative energy.
it was just random people coming up to me, just random people. I couldn't handle it, so I was inside the house all the time, just afraid, honestly, just really afraid, because I wouldn't know what would happen, you know. But I saw like just negative comments on Twitter,
social media,
where they had like Yit Yak at the time, where you could just like post random shit about things.
I don't know nothing about no Yit Yak.
Oh, don't go on that shit.
I'm gonna stick to what I know.
It's like hella anonymous. You just make a post, no one knows who it's from, and you can either like it, you can up it, or you can down it. And it was a post I remember on there that was like, oh, so apparently there's a kid at EIU who got HIV, and it's spreading it. And I was like, yo,
that's so funny, because if they knew, sip my tea, who your family was.
Ooh, I heard them. My family don't play. They're very protective.
Very.
Like, we're all very protective. But I can speak solely for Kaila, because we grew up we all just grew up in the same house at one point.
And we always was together every weekend, all the time. Either we going to Auntie D house or he coming to my mother's house. Like, that's just how we all.
The Vision Street. Ooh.
Glendale Heights.
Oh,
what about
God.
y'all got into a lot of trouble at that park.
We were in fights. Man, honestly, it's so like it's not that many. Sorry, I got like a little something flew in my face. I don't know what it was. If I was being attacked.
I mean, going forward, I reached out more to your mother because you wasn't ready to talk to anyone, and I mean, I just kept you more so in my prayers, and until you was ready to come and talk, you know, and it was like delightful. It was like amazing when I did see you, you know, like when Tip was staying on Glenhurst.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's when you first started really coming back around like that. But other than that, I mean, I just you know, pray for the best and just pray for your strength, really, you know, to see you through all of this, like, because it's hard, you know, like, I don't know how you feel when you wake up every day, you know, I don't know what you think when you go to sleep at night, you know, so I just try to pray as much as I can to try to, you know, give you that spiritual lifting that, you know, a hug may not be able to do, you know, so.
I appreciate that, and I think that's why I'm like lucky, more so myself, because I have my family, my cousin like Kaila, I got my cousin like Kendra, and so many other cousins who, like, honestly, in my head, I didn't think like I didn't have that support. I was so afraid of, because I was coming out as bisexual, and then I was coming out with HIV, and it went to my mom, and I'm just like, you know. I feel like in some point, it was kind of like, oh, we kind of know Deion's kind of different. He's kind of different.
We knew that.
Yeah, but it's like I didn't confirm it with myself, and I didn't confirm it with my family, so that just made it even more, even harder for me to be.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
You never needed confirmation from us ever. You knew that.
I know,
never.
But it's only because of what the world outside made me feel about myself.
The world that don't know you.
Exactly.
That's why.
Okay, she just got real on my ass.
Seriously, I gotta get my cousin a dab of his own coffee.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and take the show. This is Kaila and Hopeful and Victory. Wait, she gonna take the whole day.
You know I am. I don't know what I'm gonna come up with, but I'm gonna come up with something sassy.
It took me a while to understand that though, because I just felt like I didn't belong, and it just made me feel like I didn't belong even more. Like I was listening to the world and what the world had to say about me, and then when the world started telling me that I was this person and this and that, and I really was just like, I'm kind of nothing. I'm nothing right now, you know? And I think I was trying to find that for myself. I knew I had the support once I started coming around, and you know, everyone was just like, you know, hey, like, you know, how are you? But no one, every time I did come around, no one ever really said like, yo, like, how are you? Like, don't know.
Because you wasn't really ready to tell us.
Yeah.
So if we would have just came up to you, we didn't know how you were gonna take it or how you were gonna feel. Like we're more so like, you know, we're gonna wait till he brings up the conversation. You know, not because, you know, we didn't want to know how you were doing, more so because we was waiting for you to be comfortable enough to tell us how you're doing. You know? Yeah. Like that's just, I don't know. I respected your mother, because she made all of us make a promise to her. Like, promise me, y'all. And we were like, okay, auntie. But you can ask your mother. She had all us in tears. Yeah. Wow. That really did a number. And honestly, I remember the day like it was yesterday.
This is my first time hearing that.
Like, we stayed on Taylor Street.
Wow.
Yep.
She drove all the way.
Yeah,
Man,
she did.
She was on a mission.
She was hurting.
Yeah, she was.
She had the family too.
She had to be the rock for me at that point in my life, and now that, you know, I'm kind of like the rock to myself, I got to be the rock for my mom. So that's kind of what I'm kind of doing right now.
Yep.
So I'm trying to do that, but at the same time, I'm trying to learn all the different things that was going on when I wasn't listening to my family. What were all the things that were happening? Because, like I said, whenever there's a diagnosis of any kind of disease, if it's cancer, if it's a transmitted disease, sexual transmitted disease, it affects not only you, it's affecting everybody that you love, and not like in
a negative way.
Yeah, no, it's just that you're gonna change, and they're gonna change too. But you gotta know that you gotta have that support, but you gotta be able to like know that within yourself. So I think that's really important. But is this like cricket? Did this look cricket to y'all? Do we look cricket? Do y'all look cricket? I feel like I'm leaning. Do we look cricket?
No.
She over here like posing up and shit. I'm like, yo, is the camera cricket? I am drinking tea.
I'm drinking tea.
She's drinking tea. She's drinking black coffee. I'm drinking tea. She's drinking black coffee, actually. You're drinking black coffee.
I'm drinking black coffee.
Girl, your poker face ain't shit. Did you kind of, in your personal life, what did you kind of do to kind of learn more about it, or just kind of be more understanding about it as well?
For me, it wasn't just about learning more about it. For me, of course, I did my research, but for me, the toll that it took on me, I started strapping, of course, condoms, you know, definitely not having unprotected sex with anyone, like anything, like that's where it put my mindset at. You know, like, oh, like, where am I, you know, at? This is real. This is really happening. You know? Yeah, this is really happening. And so for me, it put me in a mind state of, okay, you know what? This has happened to someone so close to me. Let me take a step back and make sure I'm doing what I need to do to protect myself as well. You know, and so I started doing my research and, you know, protecting myself. You know, limit my sex partners, you know, things of that nature.
And that's actually one of the things that they kind of tell you to kind of like help prevent contracting HIV, along with other STIs, just wrap it up. Different forms of treatment as prevention.
But abstinence is always great.
And that's the 100% one right there. Unless, Jill, if anyone knows who Jill, this is Jill.
Yeah.
That's the J right there. I-L-L. That's Jill. You can name it how you want it, but that bitch is a good friend.
She is. Especially this one.
She came back with it. I love it. But yeah, so talking about that treatment as prevention, as we spoke on, and then you took that upon yourself to kind of learn about it in your personal life. I remember one time, like this was actually recent last year, and I was like hella emotional. I just realized how delicate I am as a person. Like I'm very strong-willed, but like I'm like my mom. I'm like I got that mentality of like emotionally. Like once the emotions kick in, like it's a done deal. Like I don't.
It is though. You your mother's son.
Yeah. So I guess I came around from it.
Nope.
What I was trying to get to though was I think I came back and I visited one time. It had to been came out and I just had the most fucked up night. It was Halloween night and I was trying to keep my composure. I'm like, oh, my family's coming over. Like, you gotta have a good ass time. That's what I meant when I'm a delicate flower. My cousin says something just like very sarcastically. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, I blew.
Who, me?
No, Jory.
Oh yeah.
I blew. I walked away. Jory's like, what the fuck did I just do? Yeah, like he was like, what? And so then that's when like I started telling him what happened.
Yeah, I came back there because you was on the back porch.
Yeah.
And I came back there and asked you what's wrong, and you told me. No, actually, you didn't even want to tell me because you just kept shaking your head.
Yeah.
Raymond told me.
And everybody just started.
And we all came back there, and we had to uplift that.
Everybody,
because we came out there to have a good time with our cousins, and so to see him hurt and being he was so delicate and emotional, and it took a toll on us. We looking like, dang, what's wrong? What's wrong with our cousin? And so. We just knew we had to come back there, hug. You said it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Everybody did that too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's
and
wrong?
we got him up.
They're like, yo, fuck that.
Yep, sure did. We got him up, and we was back partying.
And I think that's one of the things that and the reason why I said that is because that's one of the issues that I think sometimes we as black men face, or even a black woman face here in our community or in our families, where we don't feel like we can share what's going on with us personally. Like, we don't feel like we need to go to a therapist because we're good.
But that's how we grew up.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's like it's trying to break that habit. Like, yo, like,
right.
you know, we can talk about how we feel. I can tell you how I feel. I can tell you like this and that, and like it makes us both better. It makes us both stronger, and it also it normalizes this shit, because that's what you want to do. Why would you want to stigmatize being human?
Mm-hmm. Human with emotions.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. You should still be able to talk to anyone. But I think where a lot of black families fail at is when you come to your black family, you talk to your black family about what's going on, you have to worry about your business being everywhere. That's one thing about a black family.
Yeah.
You know, but that's one thing I am grateful about our family. We don't have that problem.
We have that problem. Yeah. It's like, yo, it's like, hey, we can talk about this. Yeah. We can be open. We can, and that's so crazy. That's so crazy that like it took me this long to kind of realize that, because I never really had that conversation even with a lot of my cousins, where I'm just kind of like, yo, like how did it ever make you feel? How did, you know? And I'm like, I always wanted to know, because I felt like I just wanted to know, just for me. Like, you know, I feel like
that was important for you to know.
Yeah.
You know?
My next topic, I just say like next one, like I like that cool. But my next topic is like, have you faced anything personal in your life as far as like mental health, or like even just, you know, finding out about a certain disease? I know I was talking to Kendra, and we were like, shit, we went through that period where we was kind of like, you know, we had a time where we had unprotected sex.
Well, no, not me.
Okay.
I go for every little thing. I'm so serious.
See, I need that.
I'm so serious. But
yeah.
To touch on that topic, I have had an experience twice out of my whole life. I'm 27.
Okay.
I've had this experience twice, and it was, the first time it was really tough because it was someone that I felt like I trusted a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I had chlamydia, and I trusted this person, you know, and he did that, and I had locked myself in a room for 2 days. Wow. And yeah, Quill was staying with me, and Quill just kept knocking on my door, and he like, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't telling me what's wrong? And, you know, I was just so hurt, and I was ashamed. I was more ashamed than anything.
Yeah.
But I finally told my big brother, and, you know, he just hugged me and said, it's going to be okay. You know, like, it happened, you know, life goes on, you know. And I remember telling Tip, because I told Tip about it as well. And she said, life goes on. It happens, you know, like, it's something so easily to contract, you know. And so, other than that, I mean, the only other thing I've ever really been through is probably me, you know, yeah, like, you know, life itself, family, personal, you know, so I'm a work in progress, you know. So
we all work in progress. Like,
I'm not perfect, but I've made my mistakes in the past, and I've learned from them.
Yeah,
you know, so
that's the most important part too.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn it, you can share, because anybody else could be going through that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said a while back, I was saying, like, when you go through something, you're not going alone. Like, I think one of the best quotes I learned was, if you want to get there faster, go alone. If you want to get there, man, what was?
I think I heard that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it, because I used to say that shit so much. What I'm
It
trying to
is.
say is, like, you don't go by yourself,
Mm-mm.
and then you go together, because that's how you make it in life.
Mm-hmm.
You better
We're
get this
strong.
money shot. Come on now.
Okay, stronger together.
Yes. And so that's why I wanted to introduce my family to you guys, because I didn't go through this by myself. I'm not this person who is confidently talking all the time about my life, my story, because I went through it by myself. It's like, no, I had people, family, like my cousin, who helped me through it, and I had friends, my friends out there, you know who you are, helped me through it. And I thank you guys.
Of course, there's no thanking. You already know.
I'm going to say thanks anyway, because goddamn it, I'm grateful.
We always going to be here, 100%, and you know it. No, just thank you. Thank you so much for being strong enough to share his story. Like, when my cousin first, like, when I saw that news article and the whole, like, it went big on Facebook. We shared it so many times. Everybody shared it. But, like, I was so proud of you, you know, because that is such a very big step that not a lot of people would do. You know, like, not a lot of people would come out and say, hey, you know, this is what it is, but this is what I'm going to make it be, you know? And so I'm very proud of you, Cuzzo. Like, very, very proud. And I'm grateful for being able to come and, you know, talk a little bit.
Get some of the tea. Get a little clang. Yes. But thank you guys for watching our show. We had a great time. This is Dusty Lion, and this is the wonderful Kaila.
Hey.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye.